everybody? My name is Mario and I recently bought 36 acres in Arizona. Welcome back, you guys. Today on the show we are installing the rest of the rafters. In the previous episode I installed 4 of them and I installed braces just so this whole structure isn't moving. This solar carport. In 2 days I'm leaving to Chicago, so I just want to get as much done as possible. So let's get to work. Before we put these up, I gotta mark them 7 3/8 because that's how far they're gonna stick out by the I still don't know what to call them, either fascia boards or support boards. I really don't know. 7 3/8. Okay. A little problem that I encountered. So I wanted the first rafter to be here. I know this rafter is gonna be very close to this one, but we got this one connected to the post. So I wanted to put them at the end, but the bracket will not. I mean, I could put it like this, but it's not gonna be professional. So I'll slide it over. So the rafter is gonna be, I think that's like 2 inches away from like the beginning. That's fine. And we will space apart the rafters about 45 inches because that's how wide the solar panels are, and I want the rafters to sit where 2 solar panels are gonna meet, so it'll be able to support it. It's not really that important, honestly, but that's just how I want to do it. So yeah, let's get the first one installed. No more talking. Since this is the first rafter and it's on the edge, I'm gonna install the brackets first, just so it doesn't fall. Maybe I'll just measure 45 inches from every single one and install them, and install the brackets before I install the rafters. Maybe it'll go quicker that way. I think I'll do that. Might as well. It's gotta be even with the end. I think it'll go quicker like this, just so I'm not trying to hold the rafter and nail the bracket in. I got screws for this side just because the board keeps bouncing back and it takes 30 minutes to nail nails in, so we'll use screws on this side. Further down I think we should be fine, but nothing is holding the board here and it like bounces back. I said I'm gonna do the brackets first and then the rafters, but I'm just gonna install this one rafter. It is so warped. My goodness, everything is warped. It's so annoying. Okay, yeah, I'll just install this one rafter and then we'll install the brackets and then the rest of the rafters. This thing is warped like every single one anyways, so nothing special. And that's why I installed these before the rafter. Now it can't fall. Just super duper awesome. Okay. I think that's perfect. I'm gonna put one nail in just so it stays in place. Okay, this one's secure. Let's go to the other side. Okie dokie, we got the first one in. I'm just gonna measure from the end 45 inches, mark it out, and I'll go down the line, mark all of them out. We'll put on the brackets and then the rafters. Solid plan. I'm just gonna remeasure the solar panels just to make sure I remember the width correctly. 44 5/8. So let's do 44 5/8, and that way every rafter is gonna sit right here, right where they meet. So the solar panels will be supported very nicely. Yeah, I think it should go really quick. First I'm gonna mark them out, and then we'll come back with the brackets, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side, and we'll be done. Well, then the rafters. Got all of the rafters ready to go, and I'm kind of proud of myself because I was 2 seconds away from just quitting for the day. I don't know what's going on with me today, but I'm so lazy. But yeah, I'm just gonna get these up in the hangers. put one screw probably in each hanger and call it a day. On my way to Chicago, on my way to the airport, I'm gonna stop by Home Depot and get more screws, and I'm gonna use screws for the rest of the project because it's so much quicker. I don't have to use the hammer. Plus I gotta get like carriage bolts and stuff like that, so I'll just put one screw in each hanger into the rafter, and that will hold no problem. I'm always so bad at positioning the freaking ladder. I'm horrible. Not sure why. I've used them all my life. Okie dokie, one screw, and let's move on to the next. Maybe I'm just tired because I don't have my wide angle lens and I gotta move the camera super far away, so maybe that's why. But I got a wide angle lens waiting for me in Chicago, so when I'm back I'll be able to use the wide angle lens, and I'm not gonna have to put the camera so far back so you guys could see everything. Before I start driving around here, I'm gonna have to do like a good sweep. I don't know how. Maybe I have some powerful magnets, so I'll maybe use that, because there's so many probably screws and nails here, and these boards are cracked. I think from now on I'm gonna be picking my own lumber, because I just ordered this and pick it up, because it takes forever to sort through everything and pick what you like. But I think I gotta start doing that. Look, it's cracked over here in half. But it's still full price. You know what? How about I put 2 at a time? So yeah, a little more time efficient. I just want to be done with this and go play some FIFA and eat food. Oh! And this is why you gotta push through sometimes when you're lazy, like I am today. Last 2 and I'm done. I'm not doing anything else today though, just because I'm lazy. I don't think I'll have enough screws to secure the other side. I might put a screw or 2 in some of the rafters, but I don't have enough. Oh my goodness, this feels super fabulous. We are done with the rafters. Now all we gotta do is just screw in the screws that are missing, because there's a lot. I completely ran out, but I'm not putting nails in. I'm too lazy today. I am lazy. But I'm happy with this. All of the rafters are done. So awesome. Up next, I think I'm gonna cut the posts. Yeah, but that's gonna be after I come back from Chicago. I'll be back here in a week and a half, because tomorrow cleaning up, driving, blah blah, all that good stuff. But yeah guys, I'm pretty super happy with the progress. No complaints. I'll see you guys after I come back from Chicago. Welcome back everybody. I am back from Chicago. Got some rest that I think I deserved it. But I'm a freaking donkey. I did not get screws for the rafters. I don't know what I was thinking. If I do not make a list, I just forget. I did get structural screws to secure the supports, the braces. I already forgot what we call these, the braces. I do have a little bit of screws that are slightly long. What I needed was 1.5 inch screws. These are 2.5. So I think if I screw them in on an angle, they'll go into the rafter like deep in there. It might look a little bit unprofessional though, but I really do not want to use screws, nails. I do not want to nail everything in, because it's gonna take me 35 hours. So on the agenda for today, I want to screw in or nail in whatever the rafters, and then I'm gonna take out my chainsaw and I'm hoping to cut off the posts that are sticking out way too high, or maybe that's gonna be after purlins. I'm not really sure, but I want to get a lot done today. My plan is to be done with this in the next week or 2. I'm not sure if that's gonna be achievable, because it's freaking raining here all the time. So I was coming back yesterday from the airport and there was puddles everywhere on the dirt road here, and it was raining here throughout the day. There's more rain in the forecast for later on in the day, so I don't know if I'm not gonna be able to work outside. I'm gonna do stuff, I'm gonna finish stuff on the inside and stuff like that. But yeah, I want to wrap this up and go home for the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm not sure when this video is gonna come out, probably in between the holidays I think. So Yeah, but it's middle of October right now for me, so. So the thing is, when I was installing these posts, I ran out of big screws that I had for these posts. So I installed the little tiny screws that I need for the rafters. So I'm gonna take these screws out, steal them, put the big screws in here, and put the tiny screws in the rafters. There's only, I think, 12 that I can use. So whenever I tell anyone that I moved to Arizona, they're like, "Oh my God, you're gonna be swimming in swimming pools during the summer, during the winter time." I'm like, it's the same weather as in Chicago, pretty much. It's just drier in the summer. So they're like, "What? Why would you move there?" Because there's no one here. But yeah, I'm kind of getting like sick of explaining it to everyone. So whenever someone says, "Oh man, you're gonna have nice weather," I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be nice weather all the time. And if I'm being honest, I kind of did a crappy job with the brackets. The brackets are supposed to keep the post away from the cement so it doesn't wick up water. But I think the cement that I mixed, it was too wet and the brackets were sinking down. I mean, it was my first time mixing cement, so it is what it is. I don't even know if you guys can hear me, but yeah. I think we hit the screw from the other side and we were hitting it. And I'm gonna show you. So these are the screws for the rafters, and these are the screws I'm putting into the post. So they're a lot bigger, tougher, and yeah, they're specifically made for this. So hopefully they never break. Yeah, the water is like gathering down here. I don't like that. Okay, we got the two competitors. The M12, the little tiny impact, and my old Makita impact. So as you can see, this one is almost screwed in all the way. So I'll give Makita this one, and Milwaukee's gonna be on this one, and we'll see which one wins. I'm saying Milwaukee. I'm not saying Milwaukee or Makita is better. I'm just saying new technology is better, okay? This one is 10 years younger than this one, and it's brushless. Well, actually, this one is just spinning again. Okay, so this one is slightly more screwed in than this one, and we'll see. I'll give it more, okay? Watch this. Okay. Never mind, that was a fail. I was slipping here or here. Oh yeah, this one is faster. New technology is better. Oh my goodness, this is cracking like crazy. This is cracking. Ay. I don't think that has anything to do with anything. Why is this cracking? That's kind of concerning, to be honest with you. Like I said, this was my first pour. I did a horrible job. I didn't use a vibrating tool against this, so man, I hope I don't have issues with this. Dang it. I wanted to give you guys a closer look at this. Oh man, that's annoying. That's not good. I mean, I guess I could use some kind of filler and fill it up, but see how water is just gathering in there? That's not good either. This is some shoddy work. I'm not too proud of this. It was my first time. Hopefully next time it'll be better. Yeah, water is just sitting there. These are gonna start rotting. But at least they're not sitting in ground, so there's that. So, since I do not have that many screws to use, before I left I already put a screw, as you maybe remember, I put a screw on every single rafter, so they're all screwed in. So I'm just gonna put on an additional screw into every single one, and then I'll use the long screws just so it looks the same, you know what I'm saying? The longer screws that no, they're the same size? What? So they're 2.5 inches too? I totally messed that up. The screws that I took out, they were 2.5 inches long as well, because the ones that I have left over are 2.5 inches. I thought these were 1.5 inches. Okay, so I'm not gonna use the old ones, I'll just use the new ones, and hopefully they all go in. I'm such a mess. I really am a mess. And you will see me change 25 different times today, because as soon as the sun goes down, I mean, the sun gets covered by clouds, it gets cold. And as soon as the sun comes out, it gets hot. Yes, does that make sense? Yeah. So I'll be changing a lot. So I'm just gonna put these 2.5 inch screws into every single rafter just because I have them. I'll go on an angle. Maybe they won't come out on the other side. Might be a little weird, but hopefully it'll work. I use this thingy-majigger to get the rafter straight. I don't know if I explained it. If I did, I'm sorry, because once I stop filming and I don't review the footage, I really forget what I say. And then I edit different videos, so it all gets confusing. Okay, that seemed to work fine. But it did come out on the other side. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's not like someone's gonna be walking around over here and getting injured on these nails. So this one's going sideways. We gotta use my thingy-majig. But I feel like most of these rafters straighten out after being up here for a week. So that's a plus. Like this. Oh my gosh, the freaking ladder. I wish I made this tool when I was installing rafters on the shed, because they are wavy. Executive decision has been made. I took off my sweater again. And there's another cloud coming in about 2 minutes. So I should have made this tool out of 2x4s, because this is not handy. This thing is like magic. It is windy. I am genuinely pissed at the moment. A gust of wind came through and it knocked over my tripod again, and another broken freaking lens that I had for that I used for 2-3 hours. $250 again. I bought it used just so I don't spend a lot of money. I am mad. I am mad. I specifically started using my Milwaukee tripod because it's more sturdy, more planted. I just can't win. I am annoyed. I brought in another old lens that was like dirty on the inside. I don't know if it's gonna work. I am annoyed. I am beyond annoyed. Yeah, it fell over and it hits the shield and it breaks. I'm gonna record some footage and look at it. Maybe it's okay, I don't know, but no, it's completely, I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell, but it's completely like sideways. The same thing happened with my other lens. Oh, and on top of that, I mean, my receiver broke off of the camera too, so that's great as well. I think it'll still work, but I'm gonna have to like use double-sided tape to secure it. Let's see if it works. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, it works, but now it's gonna hang like this. So I did a couple of clips. They looked fine, but I don't want to risk like having ruined footage. Once you get into the editing software, it's probably gonna look out of focus, or I don't know. I don't wanna risk it. So I put on my old lens. This is my first wide angle lens. I might be a little annoyed, but I came with a temporary solution. Taped rocks to the bottom of the tripod. I should have done this the first time that my tripod fell over, probably like when I got here. So that's on me. You learn from mistakes. It took me 2 lenses to figure this out, but yeah, this isn't gonna go anywhere, hopefully. Okay, last rafter. Well, at least on this side. But you know what? This lens is not gonna ruin my mood. It's just the lens. Let's go to the other side. It's so windy. Hopefully you can hear me. Last rafter, ladies and gents. I think we'll have enough time to cut the posts today, and maybe the braces too. I sure hope so. And put in the structural screws. There's a lot to do, and I still wanted to stain this. That's why I want to do YouTube full time, so I could work on projects during the day and everything would get done quicker. Plus I love YouTube. YouTube has been my entertainment since I was like, I don't even know how long. Since YouTube came out, I always loved YouTube. Like even nowadays, I don't like watch Netflix or anything like that. It's always YouTube. I'm trying to learn something, fixing cars, building stuff. This thing is sturdy, and once we put purlins and then solar panels, this isn't gonna move. But I was really worried, but it's still floppy honestly. But once we get the purlins and solar panels, it's not gonna move at all. And I also was supposed to get carriage bolts to install here through the brace and through the post. I didn't get those either. Still so much to do. I wish I could do this full time. I keep on saying it. Look at this solar mess. Look how the wires are running. This all has to be cleaned up. You know what? I'm gonna put the chainsaw together inside the shed just so it's not windy. Let me go grab the camera. I think what I should have done is I should have taped the rocks like here, but this is kind of flimsy, so I'm not sure if that's a good idea. But some weight over here would be great too. Look at my growing station over here. I think I mentioned it in the previous video, it might have been this video. This is, I hid these little tiny trees just so they're not out in the weather. The rain ruined my little tiny trees and I had to hit them. I think I'm gonna buy one of those tents that you enclose the plants in. And I actually took out the big trees from their pots because I think these are sick from the soil being too wet. So I took them out of the pots and I'm gonna leave them like that for a week or two so they dry out. And I'm gonna buy bigger pots with more drainage. They were growing so nicely. They were like this when I brought them, about 3 feet tall, I believe. So they were like this tall, and look at this. And they would have been bigger, but I had a cow come through and it ate them. So, okay, let's put the chainsaw together. It's right there. This is slowly starting to look like a shop. I know this is still a mess. I want to build 1 million shelves over here. But like I said, this is not a priority right now. There's so much work to do, just not enough time. I am so happy with my toolbox. I know it's a tiny toolbox, but it's my first one and I'm really happy with it. I'm able to organize my tools. I'm probably gonna take most of these to Chicago when I leave for the winter, because I'll be working on my truck, on my nephew's car. I don't think there's much to it. We just take it out of the box, and I have to add the chainsaw oil. I bought an electric one just so I don't have to like put gas in it, put a fuel stabilizer in it and all that stuff. So I'm not gonna use it a lot here, at least not for now. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to grow a lot of trees. Okay, this might be a mistake, but I'm not reading the directions. I'm just gonna pour the bar oil. It's called the bar oil. Where is it? I know I put it somewhere here. This is the oil that it uses. I had no clue that it uses it to, I think, lubricate the chain and then tighten it. If I'm incorrect, put it down in the comments, but I honestly never did any research on this. Oh, there's a gauge on here. A gauge, I guess. It's halfway full, so let's add a little bit more. Okay, we're full. I don't really have any like safety equipment. I just have a face shield that's coming apart. That's all I have. So I'll use that and hopefully nothing goes wrong. Let's just try. Okay, it works. I think we can go cutting now. Here goes absolutely nothing. Well, that was freaking easy. This is amazing. I love this chainsaw. This is gonna take no time. So quiet, so nice, so nice. Beautiful. I'm a professional lumberjack. Man, it's a freaking joy cutting with this. It's so fun and it's so quick. No, 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 no. And we're done. Look at this beautiful thing. It's becoming to look like a solar carport. No more posts sticking out. I decided that I'm not gonna start on purlins today. It's late in the day, it's like 5 p.m. So what I'm gonna do is install structural screws. So we can get that done today, and tomorrow I am gonna start on the purlins just so we have a new day. To my surprise, I did not buy 6-inch screws. They're 5-inch screws. I probably cheaped out. The 6-inch ones were probably more expensive, so that's why I got this. And I wish, I mean, they're pretty long. I think that's gonna be enough. Look, so I'm gonna pre-drill a hole on an angle, and we'll drill and we'll screw in, or maybe something like this, maybe. I think I'm gonna pre-drill like this. Yeah, let's go like this on an angle. And it moved. Why did you move? Why do you move? This drill bit is probably cooked. Got this one. Oh, I was supposed to go like this. Well, I think that will still reach it. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. No splitting. Beautiful. Next one. Okay, all of the braces got the structural screw. There's 2 other screws in here. They're the construction screws. They kind of suck, but I put them in just for the time being. And there's multiple construction screws in the brace connected to the, what is this board called? So, fascia board, support board, I don't know. But I am gonna get carriage bolts and install 2 carriage bolts up here. I should have got them, but my brain just doesn't work sometimes, and I should have cut these 2 over here. But so now I'm gonna pre-drill 2 holes here in this brace. And we're done! Heck yeah! Super satisfied with today's project, but I do wish that I cut these with the chainsaw. Maybe I'll use my skill saw, or I can't. Whatever, we'll get to that whenever we get to it. Yeah, I'm just gonna use the chainsaw to cut it here, just so it's even with the posts. I think I'm gonna end this video here, and the purlins will be in the next video. So someone in the comments said they want to see everything that I do, like cooking and stuff like that. I don't really cook. I just use the air fryer because I'm not a fan of cooking, to be honest with you. It's just not my thing. From time to time I'll cook if I'm feeling it and if I have extra time, but it's just not my thing. So today I'll show you my evening routine, I guess. If you guys want to see it, let me know down in the comments if I should include more of this stuff or not. But I'm not gonna do it too often because it's nice to get away from the camera, honestly, and in the evening it's like my relaxing time slash editing time, so I don't think that's interesting enough to show on camera, but this one time I'll show it. And if there's good feedback, I will include that type of stuff more, like going picking up material and stuff like that. So let me know down in the comments, because if you don't say anything, I won't know. One more thing before we go inside. Usually, pretty much every day, I take a shower. This is my Julka shower tent. Julka, not sponsored or anything. I'm not sponsored yet by no one. So, everything you see on the property, I paid for. So don't think I'm getting sponsored or anything. Yeah, but I highly recommend it. It's really awesome. Gets you away from the wind and all that good stuff. I don't think I ever showed it. So there's one section where you can like change and stuff, and the other section here is my shower section. That's the shower head. So I shower pretty much every day, but like today it was cold and I didn't sweat, so all I'm gonna do is take a wet wipe shower. So it's more than enough. I don't always, if I'm not sweaty, I just don't shower because I have to hold my own water for now. And but I'm getting used to it. I have a half a tank of water, so that's gonna last me probably a month, honestly. I still have one more container of water. Usually I just use that for my plants, but lately they don't need it. I'm trying to dry them out like I showed you guys. So, and I do have like the covers for these totes, so maybe in the next video I'll cover them. They're sitting in the shed, I just keep forgetting about it. So, and I use this Julka hot tap to heat the water. It's on the lowest setting, but like during the summer it's super hot, so you gotta turn up the knob so the flow of water increases and the temperature decreases. But it's been always on the lowest heat setting, so even in the winter time I'm pretty sure it's gonna be plenty to heat the water, even in like freezing temperatures. I mean, the water can't be frozen, but yeah. So I've had this jug connected to this heater for since I came here pretty much, so it's been 6 months, and I would say there's like a quarter left. So it's really efficient. So that's how I take my showers. I have my dumbbells hooked up to the tent. I was gonna change them out for big rocks, but there's a million things here. I feel like I need to hire someone to do the little things, but eventually I'll get to them. Welcome to my crib, homies. To my dungeon. I call it the dungeon because it's like a dungeon. This tiny room is 9 by 7 feet, and this is where I sleep. This is where I work, like my regular job, remote job, and this is where I play video games and edit videos. So yeah, it's my little dungeon, my little tiny man cave. So like I said, if I don't shower, I shower with my wet wipes. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I pulled the footage off of the GoPro and I'm transferring the footage off of the camera. That's what I usually do when I get in. Just so that's done, I like to get it out of the way because I might forget, and then my memory cards are full. Yeah, and I usually try to charge everything just so it's ready for the next day and all that good stuff. And obviously I change. I do not sit here with my work clothes on. I'll show you in a sec where I hang those. And I'm sorry if you're hearing the inverters, they're right behind you. There's really not much I can do about that. They're always loud. That's why I don't know if it's a good idea to film in here, because they're freaking loud. I do turn them off at night before I go to bed. I turn them off, and I have this Anchor 767. It runs my networking switch and all my networking stuff. And I have my other battery, this one. It's a 3.5 kilowatt battery. It runs the fridge and the Starlink. So that's always running at night. And I have this little tiny light that I can use at night. So, because the lights don't work when I turn these off. I mean, I could wire like the battery to the electrical panel. I actually had it connected before like that. If you watch my previous video, you'll know, but if you're new here, for about 2 or 3 months I was running off of that battery, just that battery alone, and it was more than enough. So yeah, that's about it. Please excuse me, I came back yesterday and I got a bunch of stuff, so I didn't like throw out the boxes yet. I did stop at Costco, so I got a bunch of stuff. If you, one tip from me, if you live in the middle of nowhere, go to Costco, spend a couple $100, and do not go to a grocery store for like a month and a half. That's what I've been doing for the past 3 months, and it's working perfectly. I don't have to stop at grocery stores. Sometimes I take this container with me. It holds 7 gallons of water, and I refill it in town because it's really cheap if you just refill it. I think it's 25 cents a gallon or 50, I don't remember, but it's super cheap instead of buying these. I usually buy the gallon bottles, but when I was at Costco yesterday, they only had the little tiny bottles. I don't like buying them because I think it's a big waste of plastic. I try not to buy those because I think it's extremely wasteful. And yeah, here's my shoes. Here's my shoes. It's messy. I apologize. So please excuse me. I got my fly trap here. When I put this up, all the flies disappeared, but before this they were everywhere, and I only caught 2, so I'm not sure what happened to them. Here's a couple of my sweaters that are hanging here. Starlink is in the back. I already showed you guys. There's some other Q-tips, mouthwash, all that good stuff. I still gotta secure those Ethernet wires that are running to the roof and to the cameras and to the access points. This is where I hang my work clothes. They're actually hanging on a wire that I still didn't hook up. They're disconnected, don't worry. So I do have plans to make shelves here in the future. I'm probably gonna clean this area up, push the fridge that way, or I might even remove this fridge from here. Once I build a little tiny home, I will remove this fridge from here probably. I'm not sure, but I do want to set up a small water heater in here and a washer dryer combo. I want it in here. That'd be really cool. I have a lot of plans. I have so many plans. I just don't have the time at the moment. That's why I want to do YouTube full time. Please, let's make it work. I want to put some extra shelves here. I actually want to run all the wiring, like the battery wiring, the AC wiring, over here, and I'm probably gonna install an extra inverter somewhere over here. I'm gonna build another battery. I'm still not sure if this battery is gonna stay here. That's why I'm not really touching these wires yet, because I'm not sure if this is gonna stay here, or yeah, I might move this here and I'll build another battery and they'll sit here together. So that's why I'm not, I know I gotta fix this. It's a fire hazard, but it's only me here, and I don't keep anything. I know this plant isn't even supposed to sit on here, but it's dry. So when I came back yesterday, it was sitting on my desk and I had the lights on, so I moved it from the desk, and it's been sitting here for 1 day, but I usually keep it over there. So I know it's not supposed to sit there because you pour water into it. It's not supposed to sit on the battery. So yeah, I'm still deciding if this battery is gonna sit here, not sure. This is probably gonna leave once I build a home. This is not gonna sit here. All my like work clothes, my clean clothes, my regular clothes are in there. It's really nice to have this. I bought this a month and a half ago when I was coming back from the airport. I picked it up at IKEA because before that I was keeping all my clothes in my truck camper. It got real old real quick, so every little thing that I added, it just improved my life just a slight bit. This I built out of extra lumber that I had. I don't think I didn't make a video on it. Now I wish I kind of did. It took me probably 4, maybe 5 hours with the stain, and I did a quick sand. I didn't really care for it to be perfectly smooth and stain. I just applied 1 coat, I think. I just wanted this done, and it looks pretty awesome. For 4 or 5 hours of work, it gets the job done. I wish I put like one more 2x4 here for a little bit more storage, but I think it's pretty sweet. It houses my air fryer. That's what I cook with. My burners were over here, but since I set up the air fryer, the burners are just sitting down there under the box over here. So I don't use them anymore. I don't cook. I just don't feel like it. If you guys want, I'll start cooking. I don't know. There's some of my spices here, water. Yeah, there's not much. It's a tight space, but it's more than enough for me. I filled up yesterday on food, so I got plenty of food. It'll last me probably till I leave for Chicago for winter time, and I'll probably have to leave, freeze some stuff. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna take some things out. We're gonna pop it in the air fryer. I don't eat a lot because I've been counting my calories. When I came here, I wasn't really watching. I was just eating whatever, and it was super hot. I'd be like, oh, I deserve 5 ice creams in a row because it's hot and I've been working all day. So it got kind of out of hand real quick, and I started getting fluffy. So I'm watching what I eat now. I'm eating about 2,000 calories a day, sometimes less, sometimes more, but I try to stick around that. Sorry I'm doing so much talking, but yeah, there's not much here. Let's take out the food, pop it in the air fryer. Gonna eat, I'm gonna edit. Hopefully I finish the video today that I want to put out in the next few days, and then I'm gonna go to bed. This is where I keep my covers, my pillows. These are my long johns. I actually wear them in the morning because I don't know, for some reason my calves are super cold in the morning, and most of the day I wear the long johns. This is where my mattress sits. My back is killing me. After sleeping on it for a few days, my back is just done, and I'm happy I was in Chicago for a week. My back is rested at the moment, but give me a few days and I'll be complaining again. So yeah, guys, this is it. Oh, and I started my dead lens collection. If you ever watch Casey Neistat, if you never did, watch some of his videos. He has like a whole wall of I believe lenses and cameras. Hopefully I don't start a dead camera collection anytime soon. Cameras are expensive, lenses are expensive too, but I got 2 so far. I'm kind of sad about that, but it is what it is. I still didn't clean up the Ethernet wires to the access point and the camera. There's just work everywhere. I feel like I don't finish one project and I start another, but there's things that I wanted to set up and just set up another thing, and once I get like a little tiny home going, I'll be able to come back and like touch up everything. Hopefully that's the plan. So yeah, guys, yeah, this is my crib. If you want to see more, I don't know, there's nothing else to see here, but if you want to see anything else, let me know down in the comments. I do have to unscrew these filters and clean them out. It gets dusty in here whenever it's windy because this container has ventilation holes. I know they look huge from this side, but from the other side they're tiny, but I believe the dust still goes through that. So I bought this mesh filter thing, and I'm gonna glue it over those holes so hopefully no dust gets in here. There's some other ventilation holes behind the wall, so I'm just gonna glue that on the other side. It'll look weird, but next year I'm probably gonna paint the container so it'll all look the same. So yeah, not sure if I skipped anything. Oh, there's my dumbbells. I love going to the gym, but the closest gym here is probably in Flagstaff. It's just like 50 minutes away. Like a decent gym, not just like a warehouse with a bench, you know, like a decent gym. So I love working out. So I got my dumbbells. I work out. I try to do at least 1 workout a day, if not some cardio. And I also have a jump rope. So I try to do one of those things once a day, because I can like feel myself getting smaller, which is sad because I was so strong for a long time. Now I feel so weak and small. Oh, and I put my hitch in here. When I left for Chicago, I just popped it in here, and I took off the hitch from the trailer just so no one hooks up to it when I'm gone. There's no one here, but you just never know. So yeah, guys, let's make some food. Sorry for all that talking. I don't know if you guys want to watch this, but so looking at my notes, I consumed 1260 calories today. So we got about 740 calories for dinner. So I'll probably have fish sticks, chicken breast, and probably some kind of I have a chicken sausage, I believe, so I'll have that, and some veggies, and I think that's it. Will be around 750 calories. And yeah, this is my life in the evenings when the things I don't show you guys. I don't know if this is interesting or not, but one of you asked me, so here you go. Here is my tray. Can you see it? I think so, yeah. So I use one of these sheets a day. So I cooked on it this morning, because honestly you can use this for a week, to be honest with you, but it gets disgusting. So I just use one sheet a day usually, maybe sometimes 2 days. I eat the same thing pretty much every day. Maybe I have like a rotation. Every 2-3 days I eat the same thing, but I have some fish sticks, I have mozzarella sticks, I got some chicken nuggets, frozen vegetables, then I got some chicken bites, I got steak bites, sausages. Oh, and I went wild and I bought some ravioli, like chicken and something else filled ravioli. So I went a little wild. I don't have much, and this fridge is honestly small, so I can't really buy a lot. I mean, I spent a decent amount of money yesterday, but this is gonna last me till I leave, like I said. What do we have here? And I'm really bad at eating eggs. I am horrible at it. I bought these a month ago, I believe. I think I really hate throwing out food, but I gotta check the expiration date. Or maybe I'll just boil them tomorrow, like all of them, and eat like 2 a day till I finish them. If you never tried to drink coffee with heavy whipping cream, I went on this when I was doing a carnivore diet. It is amazing. Sometimes I get tempted and I drink a little bit, just like milk, just like you would drink milk. I drink this. It's so thick. It's so delicious. Try it out. And I buy the one from Costco. It's like the thickest one you can get, I believe. 210 plus 170. This one's 160. 540. So we still have 200 more calories. So veggies I gotta weigh. I use my plate that I eat on. 85 grams is 90 calories. 89. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't have to be exact. I'm not one of those. I don't count the calories exactly, so that's fine. And then I should have turned off my dehumidifier before going in here. And I also cut in some jalapeno. Jalapeno has like no calories. I think a whole jalapeno, if I remember correctly, a whole jalapeno has only like a couple calories. So I don't even count this, but I like spicy food, so I add to it. So yeah, now we just open the air fryer. It kind of sucks reaching up there once the food is done, because you can burn yourself easily, but it's not too bad. Usually I do 12 minutes, and now we just wait. I bought this pan like the second time I flew to Chicago, which was like in May, so I haven't used it once, which is sad. Got my kettle here. This is my diffuser. I usually put, what is it called, tea tree oil in there, and a little bit of water. Tea tree oil kills like fungus and bacteria, I think. if I remember correctly. So like once a day I turn it on for an hour and it diffuses antibacterial stuff, I think. And this random boxes here, and this boxes here, I do have to clean up here, like I said. And I got some snackies over here. I need some snackies. I can't just eat the same thing without snackies. Got some chips. These are some beef sticks, I believe. And these are almonds. So, and I got some, like, what is this? I forgot what this is. Organic everything bagel chips. I tried them today. They were pretty good. This is what I was kind of talking about. You gotta kind of reach over to not burn your hand, but it's still fine for me. It's not bad. I use Polish ketchup because if you haven't figured it out, I have an accent and I was born in Poland. I came to the States in 2004. Been here 21 years now. Wow. So, but Polish ketchup is the best. I'm sorry, there's absolutely no competition for Polish ketchup. I am very sorry if I offended anyone. So yeah, sausages and fish sticks get ketchup. Now we can toss the mozzarella sticks. And now I need 2 hands to, or maybe I don't. Let's try it. No, I need 2 hands on top of everything. Just a little bit more ketchup, not much more. And it's this one's pretty spicy, but I like spicy things. And yeah, one more time, Polish ketchup is the best. Yes, I eat at my desk. I know it's horrible, but I try to be careful. And I usually don't make a big mess, you know? Bon appetit.
If you're looking for any parts, by the way, make sure you check out the guys.
Food's complete. I wish I could eat more, but we are hitting the 2,000 calorie mark. We're actually at 2020, so no more food today. I mean, if I'm craving something, I'll eat it, but I try not to. I'm gonna clean my plate a little bit. And what time is it? It's 7 p.m. So I'm gonna edit for about 2 hours. I might be able to finish the video that I want to post in a few days. Bad news, I did not finish editing. I just freaking talk so much, it extends out the videos, and I just have to cut out a lot because these videos will be like 3 hours long. Just like I'm talking in this video, I feel like I do too much talking and I just have to cut it out. But it's already 9 p.m. so I am gonna brush my teeth and start going to bed. You might be thinking that 9 p.m. is kinda early, but I wake up at like 4:15 because I clock in at 4:30 for work, and hopefully next year, in a year from now, I will have that job and I will be able to just do YouTube. I know I say that so many times, but that is my dream. That would be my freaking dream. I'd be in heaven. I am not complaining though. I have an awesome, amazing remote job, and sometimes it doesn't really feel like a job because I am sitting on my butt in the middle of nowhere, sending out emails and making phone calls. A lot of people would love to have a job like that, and I am grateful for it, but YouTube is my dream. So yeah guys, I'm just gonna go brush my teeth and we will set up my bed. Oh, and a lot of you have been asking if I get condensation here. I don't think I did a good job explaining how the whole room was set up. So my little tiny room is just the one half of this container. This is a 20-foot container, so the 10 feet is my little tiny room. But since this whole container is not like climate controlled, there's no condensation here. There was one morning where it was like super humid, like 70%, because it was raining for 4 days straight. I did notice in the morning there was like slight condensation. So I went out and I bought a dehumidifier. I run it about 4 to 5 hours a day, and there's absolutely no condensation issues or anything like that. Maybe there's gonna be more issues once it gets super cold, but since the container is still kind of like a container without, I don't know how to explain this. I just don't think this room is gonna make condensation issues inside this room, because I got the dehumidifier over there. There's airflow. There's these holes behind the wall over there on both sides, so there's airflow throughout that, and that insulation is not sticking to the whole wall. It's just to the top and to the bottom, so there's still airflow behind that insulation. So maybe there's some kind of condensation behind there, but I just don't think so. So yeah, that's my evening routine. These are my solar lights that I installed like very early when I came here, so they work nicely, but when I come out in the morning they're pretty dim because they're on all night, not like bright like this. Once it doesn't detect movement, they dim. They're very dim, but throughout the night they discharge. So, but I still like them. They still work. Looks like, oh, see, I think I changed the setting on that one. It wasn't lit at all. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see the ones here. See, they're slightly lit. It detects me and it turns on. Hello. So yeah, even though I'm in the middle of nowhere, I still lock my door, that bolt and the regular lock. And for extra safety, I put my mop next to the door, so in case some animal, an emu or a cow, if they open my door, it will fall and it's gonna wake me up. There's absolutely no one here other than my neighbor that comes here once in a while. He lives in Phoenix, but I haven't seen him in a while. But I'm here alone, so you never know. Time for bed. I take off my wabakis. Oh, and I got my long johns on. I was editing. My calves were cold. Like I said, I'm getting old. Got my covers and my pillows. And this is how I sleep. I got my water on my nightstand, the floor. So yeah, guys, this is pretty much it. For 5 to 10 minutes, I run my heat pump before I go to bed, just so I warm the room up even more before I turn off the inverters, because when I turn off the inverters, I cannot run the heat pump. And the heat pump is an AC and a heat source at the same time, and once I turn off the inverters, I can't turn on the heat pump. So I have this little space heater that I probably wake up at like midnight and I turn it on, and it's running off of the battery that I showed you. It's on the other side of this wall. It probably runs for no more than 30 minutes throughout the whole night, so it doesn't use that much power. And once in the morning I turn on the big inverters, they recharge the battery that's over there, and it's been working for me amazingly, because I can't really sleep with these big inverters on. Like right now they're on, but the fans are off because I'm not using a lot of electricity. But every about like 30 minutes to 45 minutes, the fans cycle, and they're loud, which is annoying. I wish they had like a super quiet mode where they would be like running at 5%, and they would still get some cooling, but they would be quiet. It's either like a turbojet or silent. It's really annoying. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna go to bed. I don't know if you enjoyed this. Let me know if you enjoyed this, if you want to see more of this. This is my beautiful battery. Please give me some feedback. I want to know what you think about this. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. In the next episode, we're gonna be installing purlins and hopefully the solar panels as well. Guys, if you're still here, please drop a like. drop a comment as well. It's as soon as I get more comments, YouTube pushes the video towards more people. So please, 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 please comment anything, and subscribe if you like this type of content. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Stay crafty, my friends.